Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Global Premier Football Show. And we're back here again. An exciting week of football with a horrible one-sided Manchester derby to talk about. And good wins for Aston Villa.
Yeah.
And before I go ahead, here with me is my big friend and brother, the Big Shark. Hanging with the big boys.
Well, there are a few games that we will talk today. One, of course, the derby, and I am actually disappointed at West Ham. But let's start with the Saturday's games, starting from.
Why are you disappointed with West Ham? Anyway, let's go
Yeah,
ahead.
we actually should start from West Ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it was the first game. I don't know if it was the first game. I don't think it was the first.
It was the
first
last game on
last game.
Saturday. Yes, it was the 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff. And,
Leeds game was the first game of the day.
Yeah, that's the Leeds.
Yeah. Anyways, the West Ham, the reason when I am pissed at West Ham is because they didn't finish. Like, they had 3 chances, and it was it was an awful. All of them were awful finishes.
I mean, well, looking at West Ham, I think West Ham were destined to lose that game.
I know you wanted Liverpool to win.
I want Liverpool to win.
Yes.
I don't want Man City running away with
Yeah.
the league just like that. I mean, I'm a Chelsea fan, but yeah, I need some competition in the Premier League. I don't want Man City to be doing Bayern Munich of England, where they beat everyone and they're like 10, 15 points ahead. I mean, if Liverpool had tied that game, I would say practically the title race is over.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I don't see Man City dropping points, and even if Man City lose to Liverpool when they meet, and Man City never loses any other game, then Man City will still win the league. So why should Liverpool lose points or drop points for me? You know, I'm a big Man Liverpool fan right now against Man City, and but yes, I'm still a diehard Chelsea fan, and I think I'm looking forward to Chelsea, progressing in the Champions League and in the FA Cup. But for the Premier League, we are not in the title race anymore.
Well, Chelsea will entertain number 3 for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's a guaranteed spot from what I have seen. And
but for number 2 or number 1,
yeah, but for number 2, 1, it's Manchester City or Liverpool.
Yeah. Coming back to this game, Liverpool, as always, they're so proactive. They scored. I mean, they scored early in the game, 26th or 27th minute, but they had a really good chance in the Mo Salah. I mean, he made a run, and there was this free kick, and they just wasted no time. And so, yeah, it tells that Liverpool is still on top of their game. They just are squeezing every bit out of every game.
That makes a team a world-class team and full of world-class players. Every option, I mean, every opportunity they have, they take it. Whether it's half chance or one full chance. And that's what they do. That's what Liverpool does. And that's the difference between them and West Ham in that game. West Ham has had a couple of chances. Even the one that, what's his name?
Lanzani?
Yeah, that was like...
Yeah, he shouldn't have missed that.
I mean, thank God he missed it. So...
Even the first goal,
he should miss that. He should miss that. And then there was another one with the goalkeeper that he missed.
One-on-one, yeah.
One-on-one. And he missed that. That was the one that Trent Arnold cleared off the line. Yeah. It was not even
it wasn't even going in.
It was not really going in. Even it was. Honestly, there was no strength in that chipping, because if there was strength, I don't think Arnold would, got into the ball. But because it was just a cheeky chip, and then he was able to get close to it.
I have a theory. Were they being bribed?
No way.
Of course, no way. I'm just joking.
No. They, of course. I mean, West Ham is playing to qualify for Europe next season.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is why they have been able to maintain their level this time, and they've been in the top 5, top 6 for the major part of the season. So they just dropped to 6th on the table. Arsenal has taken over and has gone to the 4th place right now. But
Arsenal is strong.
Yeah, Arsenal is coming
They still
strong.
have 3 games in hand.
Yeah, and they still have 3 games in hand. But yeah, for me, West Ham, I'm glad that they lost that game, and also I'm glad that Mo Salah also missed the one-on-one with the
Yeah,
goalkeeper.
he did.
You
Yeah,
know, I thought that was a
I think
goal.
that was the only chance he had.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
only chance he had. He should have buried that, but
Mm-hmm.
again, it's part of the game. You get chances, you miss them. But the thing is that they did not miss all their chances.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, they took it, and then one thing I that I'm really concerned about is this. You know, it might someone might say, "Oh, why are you bringing this up now?" And I've still not seen. If you remember the Chelsea game, the League Cup final last weekend,
Mm-hmm.
the goal that Lukaku scored, and they said that he was offside. Honestly, from the VAR uh, checks this weekend's games, I think they were all similar to Chelsea's
Mm-hmm.
goal against Liverpool in the
Mm-hmm.
League Cup. Honestly speaking, I think it is, and I do not see. I can't say that that goal that, that's
Mane's goal,
no. I don't. I can't say that the goal that Lukaku scored last weekend against Liverpool in the League Cup,
in the Cordoba Cup.
yes, in the Carabao Cup was an offside,
Mm-hmm.
because yesterday's game against West Ham, Liverpool West Ham, I think it's just the same similar thing, same position, whatever, and but it is what it is, and there it is a goal. Today against in the Manchester derby, there was also an offside, but one leg
Riyad
wasn't
Mahrez,
there, right? Yeah, Mahrez'
they gave
second
him this
goal,
goal.
and yeah, that was a goal.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
Yeah.
that's my opinion, right?
Yeah,
Does
before moving
does it
to the
change
next
anything?
game, or Alexander Arnold, he was awesome. Like he was at the back, awesome, defending. Then he pushed all the way to attack. It was his pass that Mane scored.
Yeah, honestly can talk enough of this guy and his left back partner. Um, it's a risk that they take in going front, but they are very efficient
Mm-hmm.
when they go
Well,
forward.
that's why he was not available when West Ham
Yeah,
had a chance. Yeah,
exactly.
he was running back.
He was away. He was
It
away
did happen
in the
twice, not
attack.
even
Yeah.
once. Yeah.
So that's the risk you take.
Mm.
So when you play that type of football, because they are almost like
The press so
extra,
hard.
yeah, they press so high, and they are like extra, not even midfielders,
Mm-hmm.
attackers. So basically, if Liverpool are attacking with 5 players,
Mm-hmm.
the 2 fullbacks and the front 3, that's basically what they attack with. And then, but that leaves Van Dijk, the centre backs, it leaves them exposed. So
When Dijk made that mistake to
yeah,
the header.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was painful to watch because he
tells
doesn't. You're not expecting that kind
you
of.
know, and Jared Bowen also missed another opportunity, the
Mhm.
one that Robertson cleared.
Yes, he
You
did.
know,
Yeah.
after that,
That's
Van
when he
Dijk
got
header.
injured. That
No, that
goal?
was before the injury.
Okay.
Because they got a corner from there. But again,
Mm.
the thing is this: there is no formation in football that is a perfect formation.
Mm-hmm.
There is always a downside to
Yeah.
it, especially when you have attacking fullbacks
Mm-hmm.
in Robertson and Trent. Those 2 guys, they will always go forward, and it's not like sometimes you, as a coach, you might say, okay, when one is up, the other one stays. No, when the 2 Liverpool fullbacks attack, 2 of them go up, because sometimes Robertson provides an assist to Trent, or sometimes Trent finds Robertson in second post area, and then maybe he shoots, or maybe he crosses again, and someone then scores. That's the thing, but there's always a downside to it. But what happens is that
we saw
they
that.
will
a few
press
times,
you
yeah.
very high, that you hardly get those options. And well, although
Yeah, the defense line was like in the middle of the field.
yeah, you
They had
press
to
so
come back.
high.
Yeah,
You press so high. You press so high. But the thing is that West Ham were destined to lose. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Because if they were destined to win, I think they would have beaten Liverpool by 3-1.
Yeah,
They would
and
have
David
beaten-
Moyes at the end,
yeah.
he was being interviewed and like, I don't know, I felt like he was shocked and he didn't say much. He's like, I don't know, my team didn't score. They played well, but anyways. Let's move to the next game: Wolves versus Crystal Palace.
Ooh, surprised.
Yeah,
Surprised,
that was a
surprised,
surprise. Yeah,
surprised,
yeah,
surprised,
yeah.
surprised. I
Wolves had
was,
good chances too. It's just Crystal Palace were way strong. I have to take back about things I've said about Zaha. I was watching this February best goals, and he scored two goals.
yeah,
They were good. They're really good. So I take it back. It's just in one game I think he didn't finish. I think it was against Chelsea that
yeah,
he didn't finish
yeah. I
much.
didn't
Yeah,
finish
but
that
other
one.
games
Yeah,
he has been really good.
yeah. He's been playing well. Maybe I should get into my fantasy team, but also Zaha has his moments, and sometimes I think sometimes his emotions get over him, that he loses his composure and he does not focus in the game, and that's the things that really affect his game, you know. But if Zaha can concentrate and focus on his game, I think he will be scoring every weekend. He will be scoring every match day because one, he's technically gifted, physically he's strong, and you know what else can you ask from a player if he's physically strong and technically he's very good. He can drive to you. He's not scared of
No.
dribbling or running to you with the ball.
Yeah, he's very dangerous in the
He's
box.
very, very dangerous too. But I think sometimes his emotions get over him, that he just like,
I think he's the one who got the penalty too. Like he scored, but
Yeah.
he was the one who was like dribbling. I don't remember exactly, but
yeah, it's about anyway. Crystal Palace are doing well. Right now they are not struggling for relegation. I think it was nice for them to bring in Patrick Vieira, a modern day coach. No, so he played at the highest level. He will be a successful manager. Patrick Vieira will be a very successful manager for me. Despite him, despite that he had a very successful career as a player, but I think he has worked his way up to where he is right now. I remember when he started, he was working in the development squad at Manchester City, if I'm not mistaken, and from there he went to the MLS where he worked with um, the City Club. What's it called again? I think New York City. That was the team he coached. It was part of the City Group team, and then from there he went to Nice in France, and from Nice, excuse me, he he now came to Crystal Palace. So it's not as if he's an experienced manager, by the reason of those experiences he had in City and then in the
He's played
United
for
States.
City as well, right?
He also
Yeah,
played for
yeah,
Man City,
yeah.
yes.
So he knows
He
English
played,
Premier League well.
yeah. He knows basically, what he's doing on the field as
Yeah.
a.
And he's intense and serious too. Like
He's
he
intense.
takes
He's-
his,
yeah, yeah,
he takes
he's a-
his job even as a player. He was very serious.
Oh
and
yeah, he's
committed.
one of those combative,
Yeah.
strong, ferocious midfielders that he was so intimidating. I remember those days and years when he bus stops with Roy Keane in the tunnel before Manchester United and play Arsenal. So imagine, like, I remember seeing Roy Keane saying, "I'll see you out there. I'll see you out there," and then they get on the field. My oh my! I enjoyed watching Arsenal and Man United back in those days. Right now I don't know what the two teams are doing,
Yeah.
but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
so
for
kudos
Crystal
to
Palace.
Crystal Palace. They've got a good manager. They are 10th on the table, so that's like way ahead and far away from the relegation zone. Normally, Crystal Palace will be fighting relegation. Hanging over
Yep,
here.
yep.
Bottom 4, bottom 5, but now
And they won against Wolves. Wolves were strong. Like they're
Wolves been a strong team.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very good thing for them. I think they made the right acquisition in the manager, and the manager made very good calls with the players that he signed
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So unfortunately for him, he's going to lose one of his key players next season. Conor Gallagher,
Where is
the
he?
Chelsea loanee. So he's going to lose him because
Well,
I
how
think
long
that kid
the
will be
Wolves
back in
manager has
Chelsea.
been working?
Oh, I
He's
think
he's the one who's Argentinian, right?
no,
Or
he's
Mexican.
Portuguese.
He's Portuguese, but he brought a lot of players from
Yeah,
Latin
I
America.
mean, there were always Portuguese players in Wolves when Nuno Espirito Santo was there, you know. But Bruno Lage, I think this is his second year as a top professional coach.
Okay.
I think he used to be an assistant coach, and then he became the head coach of Benfica, and they
Okay.
won the Portuguese league. That was, I think, that was last year, and then he came to Wolves right now. I mean, Wolves has been in the same position for a while, so
They actually came close. I think it was 6 at some point.
yeah. So I mean, Wolves are doing well, but just that they've suffered some setback lately in losing games. But it also
They
tells
won
you
against
that
Tottenham.
yeah, yeah. It also tells you that I mean, some of the teams around them have not been doing. I mean,
they,
yeah,
they
teams.
perform well in one game and then a
Yeah,
couple of games and then they just they
exactly.
break their.
So they've accumulated a lot of points that those below them are struggling and are not even catching up.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Next game, Norwich, Brentford.
Norwich, Brentford.
Brentford, like, they were away and they're just so good.
Of course, I mean you playing Norwich.
Yeah.
Norwich is the whipping team.
Norwich had 3-0 and Pookie got a goal at the very end.
Yeah, but the thing is that when you play,
And it was a hat trick too. Yeah.
yeah,
Tony.
I wish I had that guy back again on
Fantasy?
my fantasy. I used to have him, and then he got injured, and then instead I was out for a while. He's a very very good striker. I think he might not be not in Brentford for long, from my own perspective. But anyone that plays Norwich will always want to take it off from Norwich because Norwich, unfortunately, they are struggling. They are
I think they're at the end, right?
they are the last. They are last on the table.
So I think they're gonna relegate for sure.
There's no question
No
about
question
that.
about it. Yeah.
They'll be relegated for sure.
Do you think? I don't know. It's a question. Like, do players move when teams relegate, or just stay with the team?
Some move, some stay.
Do they come back? Like, players come back to Premier League teams because they have experience of Premier League.
Yeah, some are signed back depending on what the team that is looking to sign players from the team that has been relegated.
Right.
But you only look for the quality there. Some of the players they are on loan in Norwich. Brandon Williams is a Liverpool player that's on loan in Norwich. Another player that's on loan there is a Chelsea player, Billy Gilmore. He's on loan from Chelsea. So those two players for sure, once the season comes to an end, they'll be going back to their parent clubs, you know. But the rest, they will have to. Some of them, what they do, you know, they start looking to go elsewhere because they don't want to play in the lower division.
Right.
But also in England, the lower divisions are very competitive too. So you can always, you know,
Stay there and
you
come
can always
back. Yeah.
stay there, still make your money, still, you know, still get paid well and play good football and maybe come back to the Premier League. You know, I mean, Tim Krul has been there for a while now. He used to be a Newcastle goalkeeper, and then he went to Norwich. Went to Norwich, they got relegated. He played in the championship with them. They came back up. He's up with them again, and definitely they are going back again. So even their centre forward Timo Pukki, has been in Norwich for how many seasons now, and he, you know, was up with them, down with them again, and back up with them, and definitely I think they're going back again. You know, so it's all some of them also they're loyal players and they, you know, but sometimes they have to try to keep the core of the team to see if they can be able to come back again, right, straight to the Premier League.
Yeah. I think yeah, they brought in what's his name?
And good thing that happened in this game, Ericsson played.
Ericsson. Yeah, they brought
Ericsson
he
started.
played the entire game. Yeah,
He started
yeah.
the game.
He
Yeah,
never
it
was.
was nice to see him.
Yeah.
It was nice to see him back on the field playing again.
Mm.
Hopefully, he can get his career back going. And yeah, no one
There was this
expected him.
moment I don't remember. It was I think with
Oh
Billy
yeah, I
Gilmore.
remember he hugged him,
Yeah,
right?
he actually was
Yeah,
like, "Oh, sorry, I pushed you," or like,
Yeah.
because he was like getting aggressive on
Yeah, and then
top
he
of
saw
him.
it was Ericsson. I'm like, oh my, oh, he's back again. Okay, and then he
Yeah.
hugged him while he was on the ground.
Yeah, that was a good gesture.
That's why I like football. You know, there's always friendly moments in the game, no
Yeah.
matter how intense it is going.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like hockey, people pounding people here and there.
Yeah.
But I mean, in football, no matter how intense,
Yeah,
there's
even
always
like
that human
bringing
side,
up the
right? Yeah, you
opponent.
help the player
yeah,
up, you
or-
hug the player. You know, it's not like Roy Keane now. Roy Keane will like tell you, you play Man City and you're hugging them. You don't do that back in those days. But
Yeah.
anyway, there's
But
all these are all
most of-
human
most
beings.
of-
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a kind gesture, no matter
Yeah.
how intense and how much fighting you are doing to be able to get the goals and the 3 points.
Yeah.
There's a lot of emotion involved, but
Mm-hmm.
still need to see the human side of people on the field.
True. Yeah.
You know,
Newcastle versus Brighton.
Newcastle, they are my surprise, and they've surprised me a lot. They are pulling away. Honestly, I did not believe
They have
that.
they have the new manager for like few games now, right?
Yep. Look at that.
And he's brought a lot of
5
difference.
wins
Yeah.
in 6 games.
Yeah, and
That
it's
is-
impressive.
That is
What's his name?
unbelievable. Eddie Howe.
Right, when they let someone go and brought him in, right?
Yeah, then let Steve Bruce go,
Okay.
and they brought Eddie in.
They were about to really like they were very close to like last 3 Newcastle. I remember
They were in the bottom 3.
they were in the bottom.
They
oh
were
my
in
god!
the bottom
and now they're
3.
like what 13?
They are now, no, they are now 14th on the table.
Yeah, which is way better than.
It's way better. That is like 1, 2, 3, 3 places off the bottom 3.
I think they're safe now. They're
and they
not
still
bad.
have 2 outstanding games, okay?
Are those big games? I hope it's not with City and something like that. They might have, but
I mean, they have the squad too. They have their next game. Okay, Southampton.
There's Chelsea game.
I trust we'll beat them, but it's gonna be a tough one. But we're
Spurs.
playing home.
So they have.
I
they have
mean,
good,
they are far away from the bottom 3 now, so it's not as if. I mean, they still have to watch their back. But the thing is that Burnley has played almost the same number of games. Actually, they and Burnley have played the same number of games. But you know what? They have 28 points now, and Burnley have 21. So they're 7 points away from Burnley, who are just.
they do have. They have
18th.
tough games. They actually have a game with Burnley too. So
I
Arsenal,
mean, even if they
City,
play Burnley,
Liverpool.
I mean, Burnley is towards the end of the season. So
yeah, it's the
their
last
tough
game.
games is
It's the last game.
Liverpool. Their tough games are Chelsea,
City,
City,
Liverpool,
and Liverpool.
and yeah, these are the top.
These are their tough games.
Yeah.
They'll beat Norwich for sure. They might beat
Leicester.
they might beat Leicester.
Yeah,
You
they can
know,
compete with Wolves.
They can
yeah.
compete with Wolves.
And Spurs too. Spurs is like
Spurs is going to beat them.
yeah.
I'm not going to fantasize that. Spurs will beat Newcastle. Except Spurs goes to sleep and becomes Spursy, as they always.
That's the thing about the league. In the past couple of months is like, oh, Spurs has a chance, and then like they won and they beat City, and then like they lost against the
Spurs are
Burnley.
not, they're just the inconsistency in that team is staggering. I can't
Yeah.
believe what I see whenever they step onto play.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow they are playing
Everton. Yeah.
So, to
Let's
Chelsea ex-player and coach. I don't know what's going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
I feel for Everton, but also they have 2 games ahead of Burnley. so they might still be saved.
Newcastle has that player who is the greatest free kick taker right now. What's his name?
No, it's not him. It's Southampton.
What's his name?
James Ward-Prowse.
Oh no, I'm not talking about him.
Which free kick taker?
The
is
other
in
one,
Newcastle?
he scored twice this month.
You mean free kick taker or the dribbler?
No, he scored twice.
St. Alex Maximin?
No, he's not in Newcastle for sure.
No, it's Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse plays for Southampton.
I know about him, but there's another player. What's his name? Starts with I. He got injured. He's short.
I don't know what you're
I think
talking about.
I think he does play for Newcastle. Let's see.
Who? Who are you talking about? Alan St. Maximin is the only player that I can think of, but he's not good in free kicks. He's just...
I think he's in Leeds.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Kieran Trippier.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trippier, yes.
Kieran is injured, yes.
Right,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
now I remember.
Well, he has scored twice this in
Yeah, he
February.
scored twice
and
from
really
free
good
kicks.
goals, yeah.
Oh.
So do you think he's better, or the one you were saying is better?
Ward-Prowse is way more
More
better. I
better.
mean, Ward-Prowse free kicks and
Yeah.
corner kicks, free kicks, they are, I mean, he's the best in the Premier League for me. He's the best. No Chelsea, no Arsenal, no Manchester City, no Liverpool player.
I think his conversion rate is high.
His conversion rate is high. Even Trent Arnold is good, but if you put Trent Arnold and James Ward-Prowse, if you give me two of them and tell me to choose one, I'm taking Ward-Prowse anytime, any day. He is so good.
Trippier has a good high conversion rate too, but maybe he
not all the
hasn't
time.
caught my eye.
No, it's not all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, we're going to talk about Southampton. They never didn't get any chance. But Burnley, that Newcastle game, I don't exactly remember. They scored 2 goals in the earliest part of the game, like 10 and 12
yeah,
and 14.
they scored. You know one thing in football, and that's what also Man City used to catch people. Just right. Once the game starts, go full throttle. Your opponent might still trying to be waking up. You scored a goal.
Yeah, you don't warm up. You just come warm up and like you just go in.
That's why your warm-up should be very, very match related. Your warm-up sessions before the game should be the intensity of the warm-up should be the match intensity. So that once you get into the game,
both physical and mental.
Yeah, that's what the warm-up is for. So once you get into the game, you go right on.
Yep.
And that's why Man City take people unawares. If they don't score you in the first half, the second half, check it, the first 10 minutes of the second half, they will score you. Today they did it to Manchester United.
They did.
The first 5 minutes, boom. If you're able to, I mean, it's so that I think it's a strategy you have to just like apply to your teams if you're coaching. That once your team gets on the field, try to get a goal in the first 10 minutes, first 15 minutes.
That's where you can play psychologically too.
Yeah.
It's actually a psychological play more than a physical play.
It is.
Because the other team's like, okay, they're going to warm up. But
yeah. But you think you're going to settle in the game. Before you settle, you're getting 2-0.
Yeah.
And before the team settles in, you're in control of the game.
And then
you're leading.
over mentally, Look
at when Man City, Newcastle scored, at 12th minute and 14th minute. Within the first 15 minutes, they've scored 2 goals. When did Brighton scored?
Second half.
Second half, 55th
So
minute.
these things must be talked in the dressing room.
Of course,
that's like you prepare,
You prepare your teams for that.
Good preparation, Okay, next, Burnley. Burnley, they were so surprising. Well, I was not expecting them to win against Chelsea.
Of course. I mean, we should we did our job against
Well, Chelsea
Burnley.
was on fire. In the second half, they were on just fire.
You know, we've not been good in the Premier League for a while. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, consistently winning games and pulling strings and controlling games. You know, I remember back, I think January, February, January we were struggling.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
we
around
would take
Christmas
we
it was
are
bad. Yeah,
Christmas, January, we would take the lead and then we give it up in maybe
that's
towards the
when
end of
Chelsea
the
was
game.
number 2.
Yeah, we take the lead and then we give it up. We take the lead, even leading 2-0. We
Mm-hmm.
get 2-1 before you know we tie 2-2. You know, but I think we started seeing off games. I'm glad and thank God that Rhys James is back.
Mm-hmm.
I think we missed him. Aspilicueta is good defensively, but attacking wise, when you want that, attacking wing back,
Mm-hmm.
we've got that in Rhys James.
Yeah, we saw the difference today.
Yeah, he we missed Rhys James, and I wish he was fit for Liverpool. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I wish he was fit.
That game.
I guess yeah, in that Carabao Cup
Yeah.
final.
I
If he
think
had
yeah.
started that game, I don't think we'd lose it
Mm-hmm.
because yes, one thing is that you have a player who is able to add extra to the attack, and we were able to get it. The
Mm-hmm.
other thing is this. Look at our lineup. There's no Lukaku in that lineup again. And I looked at Kai Havertz. His movement when we have the ball
Mm-hmm.
is very different from Lukaku's movement. He integrates into play. He's Havertz. I don't know if he's taller than than Lukaku, but he
I
wins.
think they're the
area-
same, but I
but
think
he
a little bit.
but he wins area balls.
Yeah, yeah.
He's able to get the ball up, come into his chest. He controls it.
He does a proper job of number 9.
Yeah, he has his power. His jump power is much more better.
Mm-hmm.
Lukaku is like he's afraid of clashing of heads or fighting for the ball
Yeah.
in the air. He hardly goes to the ball in the air and fights with it, and fights for it, even though he's tall, But Kai Havertz, I think for me, is an all-round player.
Yeah.
Much more better.
Kai
player
Havertz
than-
is still very young.
He's 22.
22.
He's 22.
I think I was watching the show and they showed something about Lukaku. He was good when he was young too.
I don't know what's wrong. What happened with
I don't know what
Lukaku?
has happened
Honestly
over
speaking,
over the
honestly, he's heavier now. Maybe he should drop a little bit of weight, because yeah. Then when he was in Man United, when he was in Everton, he integrated more into play. He ran more.
Yeah.
He opened up more. But I don't know. And how old is this young man? You just wonder what happened to his game. His game. What happened to his game? He didn't even play any game. He didn't even get any minutes
I
at all.
think what he's trying to do is like let people talk about him.
He's 28.
Yeah, he's
This should be his peak.
that should be his peak. That's was exactly what I was gonna say. Like good players, they've showed by their performance, they actually peak up at 28, 29, 30.
Maybe because when he made his debut in the Premier League, 2011. It's been a while. That's more than 10 years now.
Yeah.
He scored 118 goals.
I think I don't know. It could be just my theory. Like playing Italian league can you-
I don't think so.
like you get used to something and then you come back.
How many seasons did he play in Italy? Before he played in Italy, he's been playing in England since then.
Yeah, he started in England, so
Yeah.
his base is
He
more.
came to
of
Chelsea
English game.
younger, all right? That time there's no room for him because we had
Mhm.
Didier Drogba and all the other top quality that we had. Then he was young,
Mhm.
right? But then he went to West Brom and then he went to Everton and then he went to Manchester United. He had
Mhm.
these experiences. He was playing football. He was running. He was making moves.
Yeah.
Now he went to Inter Milan for just 1 season or 2 seasons max. And then he lost everything.
Mhm.
No, something is
Mhm.
there's something wrong. There's more
There
beyond
is, yeah.
that.
He
You
did
know.
play a little bit better that
I-
final game.
There are players that have come from Italy to England and they play well too.
Hmm.
So Shevchenko, what's his name? Hernan Crespo.
Hmm.
When he came to Chelsea, he came from Italy. you know.
Right.
So I don't know what has happened to his game,
Mm.
but I think we play much more better and we have more fluidity in the attack
Mm-hmm.
when Lukaku is not playing
Yeah.
because Pulisic, Havertz, Mount, those guys keep moving. They all keep moving. They all keep moving. They all keep moving. Like, the more you move, you shake up the defense. The more stagnant you are, you have no option to score.
Yeah.
You have less chances created. You make the defensive work of the opposition very easy. But when we have Havertz, uh, Pulisic, and Mason Mount, they keep moving. They keep moving. They keep. Maybe you just see Pulisic on the right. The next thing you see him in the middle. Before you know, you see him on the left. And they just keep moving and keep moving and keep moving. And they all can run with the ball on their feet.
Yeah.
They can run to you. They can dribble. They can make passes. They can lay off passes. They can do sorts. Once Lukaku is on the pitch,
Everything is
everything
stagnant.
goes.
Yeah.
Everything disappears.
Yeah. Ziyech was not even playing today,
No.
but still. So I was gonna say that Chelsea not having enough players, or if you're good players, the best players get injured. Well, teams like Chelsea, City, they have every player is a good player, but if one or two get injured, then it can cost you a season, like the top position.
It can.
City this year they've been lucky; they have no injured players, but Chelsea had.
Yes, we've
changed.
had that. We have that. You know, we were doing well until Ben Chile got injured, and before you know it, he had his surgery and he was out for the rest of the season. That was our left back side because he was also an attacking wing back. So our left wing back options got depleted.
Yeah.
And Marcos Alonso, we can't really trust him anymore. One, age is coming. Two, he can go, he can attack, but he cannot defend. But Chilwell was able to give us both, who can go forward and as well be able to defend when it's time to defend.
Yeah.
Reece James can as well do the same on the right.
I think he's still young, right?
Yeah, all these guys are very. Reece James was an academy product from Chelsea, so he's maybe he's 21 or 22.
He looks really strong.
You know, he's very strong.
Yeah,
you know, he's 22.
His legs,
He's
his
22
muscles
years
are really
old.
strong.
Yeah, you know, and
Speaking of defense, we have to give props to Silva, Thiago Silva. He
Thiago Silva is the best
he
centre back
came
in
back and he
England.
saved it. It could be 1-0.
I don't know what people talk about Van Dijk and Van Dijk again.
Van Dijk has something else to offer.
Give me Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva is the general of the defense in the Premier League this season. Experience, composure, leadership.
His football IQ is very high.
It is so high. He reads the game more than any other person. He reads the game more than any defender in the Premier League. And
That
for
is
me,
true.
I think even in world football, if I check in Spain, if I check the Bundesliga, if I check Serie A, right now, Thiago Silva is the best centre back in the world for me. His IQ is so high. His football brain is like works more than Apple iPhone.
Yeah, he gets pissed off too when he doesn't get the support he wants.
That's leadership.
Because leadership, he understands what the responsibility is.
You know who I just remembered that made me laugh now?
Yeah.
Harry Maguire.
Oh my God, we're gonna. He was. I think he well, we can replay it, but he was part of it. The goal. Yeah. I was like, why did they bring him? Why?
Leicester just used Harry Maguire to make money.
And I found out recently, today actually, that it was very expensive to buy. I think
He's the most expensive
defender,
centre back.
Centre back, yeah, 80
in world football. Maguire is the most expensive centre back, and that is what he gives.
He came from
Manchester
Leeds.
No, Leicester.
Leicester, right?
Leicester used him to make money.
Yeah.
So Yunchi is better than Maguire.
And he became captain 1 month in.
Like for what reason? For what? He was not even captain in Leicester.
No.
He was not even
Oh
vice
my
captain
God.
in Leicester. And Solskjaer just made him captain. Oh. Man United fans, I'm really sorry for you guys. You guys are.
Well, we'll talk about it soon. But
I'm
anyways,
really, really
Chelsea,
sorry.
Chelsea 4-0.
Yeah,
Good for
well
Chelsea.
deserved.
Yeah.
Well done, boys. Clean sheet. We move on.
Man of the match, of course.
Oh,
Reece
Rhys James was
Yeah.
spectacular. It was wonderful. It was good.
Okay, next is Aston Villa.
Villa,
Oh,
Villa, 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 Villa.
Villa is on
surprised.
fire. I think I saw the interview, Gerard's interview, and he was surprised. I don't know. He was mentioning one of his players' name, like, hey, when he's on fire, he just scores a lot.
Yeah, the man of the match was Felipe Coutinho Correa.
Oh, Coutinho, his goal was awesome. I think they're utilizing the same mentality as Newcastle. Is like go in, press, try to get a goal early in the game.
You know, Liverpool. One thing again about Aston Villa is that they have a manager who played in the most recent times, and Gerrard. And if you see the way Liverpool play football, Liverpool never play a dull type of football. Even before,
there were a few
before,
years that
even,
they had
even,
they
no,
went back.
even before Jurgen Klopp came in. There are games that Liverpool. I mean, I don't mean that they are winning. They were winning championships and everything. No, but when Rafa Benitez was there, when the current Leicester manager, you know, what's his name, Brendan Rodgers was there. Even when Kenny Dalglish coached them, Liverpool they've always played an intense type of football. They are very, very. They are not afraid to attack you because they know what they don't have the best of defenders. Because Jamie Carragher was not one of the best centre backs, you know, but their midfield and their attack.
I think their synchronization is so good.
They were
They
very
run together.
solid. Xavi Alonso with Stevie Gerrard in the middle, you know, and then you had Fernando Torres in the attack. Liverpool don't play slow type of.
And they play long passes very well.
They play direct football. They play direct football. They're always on fire.
Yeah.
Right? Whether they win or they lose, but they know that they've given their best. And that is what Gerrard played. And that is what he has brought.
It's
to Aston
exactly
Villa.
the same reflection
He took it to Scotland. It worked for him. Because how many years did he spend in Scotland? I think 3 seasons or 2. He won the Premier League in Scotland with Rangers, and back in England with Aston Villa. I'm not saying he's going to win the Premier League. He might have to go to Liverpool to do that. Maybe down the road in the future when once Jurgen Klopp is gone, Gerrard is the next Liverpool manager.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it. So, but the game they play, I enjoy watching them because I know the type of coach that is there and the type of player he was. That is one thing I like. Whenever I watch a player manager, you know, a manager who was an ex-player, you look at how they were playing when they played. That is why Conte's team, the moment he gets his team going, that's that fire, that emotion. Because when I watched Conte play for Juventus, that was the way he was as a player. Intense, fire, everything, passion in the game. And they carry it into their coaching career.
Yeah.
And that is why they play what they play. And that is why Aston Villa plays what they play. You know, they are not scared.
Yeah.
You know, Southampton got a point from Man City, trashed the team they played the other time.
City or United?
You know.
City or United?
No, they got a point. City did not beat Southampton this season.
Oh, right. Yeah. City, it was
Remember,
City.
1-1, 0-0, you know, they got that. They also got point from Man United. They you know, they've been doing well.
Yeah.
But they met an Aston Villa and they were...
And 4-0.
Yeah, for unreplied.
And Aston Villa was struggling for relegation a couple of months ago.
Yeah, they were not doing well. That was when they sacked their manager, Dean Smith, who went to Norwich.
Oh, he's in
That's
Norwich?
the current Norwich manager.
Wow.
Guess what? No, we're just gonna
He's
go
just
there.
relegating. So he's keeping his. Anyways, goals were good. I don't remember exactly, but yeah.
Yeah, they scored very, very good goals.
Yeah.
Only Watkins never
Coutinho goal
stops.
was awesome.
Yeah.
He and he did an assist, so he's the man of the match.
He's the man of the match, yeah. Of course, every game. Remember, Stevie G played with Coutinho in Liverpool. They were teammates.
The same Coutinho,
Yeah, they were teammates.
because he's so young. No, or he was young at that time.
Yeah, Coutinho started earlier as from Inter Milan, and then he went to Liverpool. And he's just 28 now, 29 now.
Okay,
So, remember, his debut was 2013 in the Premier League.
that's when Gerrard played.
Yo, Gerrard was still playing 2013.
Wow. Then he did win some stuff with it.
No, he did not.
Liverpool stopped winning at that time.
The last opportunity they had to win, they lost to Chelsea. And that was the Gerrard slip. When he slipped and fell, I mean,
When he got the
missed
card.
control. No, he missed control of the ball. He slipped and fell, and then
Oh right, yeah.
Dembaba took the ball and scored, and that was how they lost. I think that was the season that Leicester won the league. I think so.
Why did he leave
He
Liverpool?
went to Barcelona. Barcelona
Okay.
came with
Oh yeah, they brought him
heavy
from Barcelona.
price tag,
Yes, and
Big
Barcelona. Yeah.
big money, but he didn't.
Did he go when they had Messi or no after him?
Yeah, he went.
When
Messi
Messi
just
was
left Barcelona last
year, yeah.
Yeah, but he went to Barcelona. It didn't work for him. He was loaned to Bayern Munich. He scored against Barcelona in the Bayern for Bayern Munich. Football, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I think he's better than Lukaku for sure.
Why do you bring the comparison between him and
I'm just saying because of the age and like he moved around too. Anyways.
And anyway, he's a much more better footballer than Lukaku. Lukaku is just a finisher. You know.
I watched this game, Leicester, Leeds. Leeds had their new coach.
Jesse Marsh.
Jesse Marsh bringing his experience from MLS.
Yeah, but he's been around too.
He was assistant coach.
Red Bull, New York Red Bulls. He worked for the Red Bull franchise, New York Red Bulls, and then Red Bull Salzburg and Red Bull Leipzig. And
Who is Roy Hodgson managing right
Watford.
now? Watford.
Yes.
It was today's game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Leicester. It was a good goal. Barnes. Leeds actually had good scoring chances in the first half, but they didn't make it into the net. But second half it was just they didn't do anything.
Leeds are trying to find. They will need a little bit of time to readjust, but time will not be on their side.
Did you see the end of the game?
No.
What happened? So Jesse Marsh, right?
Yeah.
He, even though he lost, and they were playing away, so he went close to the fans, the Leeds United fans in the stands, and he was like clapping and then cheering every player after the game, like every player. But the show I was watching, they were criticizing him, like, you don't do that, it's too much. It was your first game, just relax. You lost. You don't do that much. Don't try to pretend like you're doing a great job. It's going to take some games for you to prove it.
Allow the man to be himself. What is wrong with you people?
I think it's just US style versus UK style.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
he also made some comments about Ted Lasso today. I'm not even kidding. He said, "Don't expect me to be Ted Lasso."
Oh my goodness. Oh, don't expect me to be Ted Lasso. Well, he's not going to be Ted Lasso because he was coaching the real football, although the Americans call it soccer, which I detest. But he...
Anyways, I thought it was funny.
Yeah, but I think, it's not always... it's not always common to see an American coach in the Premier League, but I think Jesse Marsh has built his career and reputation, with the experience he has had in Europe. His experience is not only in the Major League Soccer in the US, but he has had experience in Austria and in Germany, and these are two big footballing countries in Europe
As a
as
head
well.
coach, like main
Yeah,
coach,
yeah,
like manager
exactly,
too.
exactly. Yeah, he started as an assistant, but
No, like big teams or the so it's
Leipzig is a big team
like
in
it's
Germany.
Bundesliga.
Yeah, in the
Okay,
Bundesliga.
okay, that's a good
Yeah.
experience. Yeah.
So, but
But his record is not good. That's what I was reading. That he doesn't have a good high winning ratio.
yeah, of course, yeah, how many managers have high winning ratios in English football? They're not all of them.
Well, after 12 position, it's not high.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So, no matter what you want to read into his, I mean, God has buttered his bread and given him an opportunity to work in
Mm-hmm.
England. So why don't we let him do his job? It's just his first match. And by the way, Leeds will have to change their style of football because the Bielsa style will be gone because that's what brought them to where they are, right? So they will have to play different style. They
Yeah.
will have to play a little bit of conservative type of football, trying to keep possession of the ball, try to retain possession a little bit longer, try to be more, combine the possession game and being direct because again, when they had Bielsa, they were only direct, they will only run. Players will be out of position. Once they lose the ball, boom, they concede goals. So what will happen? What happened under Bielsa? Players, clubs will sit back and get them on the counter attack. So they would attack and attack and attack. Once they lose the ball, everyone is out of position. And once you're out of position, you just like left everything bare. And the team that gets the team you're playing, they always punish them. That's why they keep losing 4-0. In 2 games they were conceding like 12 goals, or 3 games 15 goals. So that was not good. At least 1-0 against Leicester, that's okay. Now, in the next game, they will have to figure out what is their next game plan. How can they, they're playing Aston Villa next, so it's going to be another tough game. So we'll see how they do against Aston Villa, and then we can start judging Jesse Marsh from his
Yeah,
from the
I'll
outcome
give
of the
him
games.
time, but I as much as he's caught my eye, I was going to keep watching very closely, but I was not impressed. Even after the game, he's just. I mean, he's being positive. I understand. He's under a lot of pressure.
American, come on.
Yeah, but so Leeds is relegating, right?
No, right now they are not. They're still above the relegation zone.
But just
Burnley,
one above, right?
actually, they are above. They are above Everton.
Okay.
So they're 16th on the table, and they've
What
played
about Leicester?
27 matches. Leicester is 12th on the table.
Okay.
Leicester has 2 outstanding matches. Um, yes, Burnley has played 26 games. Watford has played 27 games. Norwich has played 27 games. And these 3 teams, for me, I think they are they will be relegated. I think Burnley will go down. Then Watford will go down. Norwich will go down. So Norwich is already, for me, they're already preparing for life in the championship next season. Um, but for Watford, the same thing. Or even if they don't want to believe it, they are horrible. They are just horrible. But anyway, um, I mean, no offense, but bringing in Roy Hodgson is not the best of ideas. That's my own opinion, though. Um, I think Roy should retire from coaching.
I think you should. Yeah.
I think he should,
I mean, his philosophy is good, but yeah, he
Yes,
should just.
but also, I don't know if he has the energy to be able to instill that into the players again, and some of these players. The one thing about, if we can just go straight to that match, talking about it is that
Yeah, we can start about that. Yeah.
one thing about a team like Watford and the players they have is that most of the players in Watford are not playing for Watford. They're playing to be paid. They're just playing for their money. You know, they
Like their
made,
heart is not for the club.
yeah, they're not playing for the badge. They just signed a bunch of players
Mm-hmm.
and just pay them to see if they can survive. Those guys there are not there for Watford. They are there for their money, and they were
Most of
here.
them,
That's what. Yes.
all of them.
When a team, okay, listen, look at this. If you remember Sunderland TV show on
Mm-hmm.
Netflix, Sunderland Till I Die.
Mm-hmm.
So when I watched that, show, some of the players, when Sunderland were struggling,
Mm-hmm.
most of the players know that Sunderland is struggling,
Mm-hmm.
and their mind is already disconnected from Sunderland. And what they're waiting for is for the season to end,
Mm-hmm.
so that their agents will get them the next club.
Mm-hmm.
So when a team in this relegation battle
Mm-hmm.
goes and makes signings, like 4 or 5 signings to come in, those people are coming in as mercenaries just to play and see if they can salvage the moment
Mm-hmm.
and save the club from relegation.
Right.
So, and for me, when you buy players like that, those players are not coming in to give in their whole effort for me, because what I saw from Watford today
Mm-hmm.
was abysmal, especially in the defending. They were run to rags. They Arsenal were just like just just enjoying like kids in the park against you
Mm-hmm.
know if you ever played football in the park, right? And then maybe a lot of, let's say, 11 players, right? And then you select 2 captains and say
Mm-hmm.
you choose. One will choose the best players because he maybe knows them,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other captain will just choose whoever that he can, and then it's just a one-sided affair, right? That was what I saw in today's game against, between Watford and Arsenal. Yes, Watford got 2 goals,
Mm-hmm.
but look at when Arsenal scored. Arsenal scored in the 5th minute, and then Watford equalized in the
Yeah.
11th minute.
The kind of goal, the first goal that Arsenal scored, I understand what you're saying. Like it's like if you're not in positioning right, like Odegaard, what's his name, right?
Yeah.
It was a good
Combination play.
combination. Like he back passed and then he ran to, like he kept running with him and he got the ball and scored. But yeah, like you have to mark your men and you just don't let them.
I mean, who else could Watford have hired as a coach? Maybe, I don't know, but it's difficult to get a young coach into that into that relegation battle.
Mhm.
I mean, Roy Hodgson has nothing to lose.
True.
Again, what does he have
Yeah,
to lose?
he's done his.
He started
career.
his career right before you and I were born.
Yeah. Yes.
So he has nothing to lose.
Mhm.
Coaches like Lampard would never go to Watford.
Mhm.
These young coaches still looking to make a name for themselves in
Yeah.
the game. No matter how much they are looking to get a job,
Mhm.
they wouldn't want to go
Yeah.
to Watford. You
Mhm.
know, I remember when they were interviewing coaches for Norwich City.
Mhm.
Lampard just said he's not interested in Norwich City because it's a lot of stress
Mm.
that you play and you're not winning matches week in, week out.
Yeah, I think at the
week in,
top and the
week out.
bottom, it's the same kind
Yeah,
of stress.
week
Yeah.
in, week out, and then you gradually being condemned to the championship.
Mhm.
So for Watford, I think Watford, just mark my words, once the season ends, more than half of the squad will leave.
Are they relegating? Yes, they are.
They are 19th on the table.
Mm.
19th on the table with 19 points.
And Roy
From
Hodgson,
27 games.
his body language is like he doesn't care.
After this season, he's gone. He cannot be their coach for next season
Yeah.
because he said, "I'm
Although
sorry."
they did manage to score, the second goal was good. Watford's second goal was a good pass. He stopped at his chest.
Yeah, but yes, still you lose and
Yeah.
you have 0 points. What
Mm-hmm.
counts? It's points. Yeah, goals will count, but for me, they've scored. The only team that has a higher negative goal difference on the table that is above Watford, it's Leeds United. Leeds United have minus 32 goals, but they have 23 points. And Watford has minus 23 goals and have 19 points. Norwich, why I say that they are condemned is that they have minus 42 goals.
That's a lot of goals.
Yes.
Liverpool scored 6-0 once against
Man City as
Man
well
City.
pounded them.
And Chelsea today.
Chelsea pounded them. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, not today, but we pounded them, and everyone that comes. Who else pounded them? What Brentford pounded them 3-1 at their home stadium.
Wow.
You know, imagine being a fan of Norwich.
It's stressful in every regard. But speaking of Arsenal, Arsenal, well, of course, they will be really happy. It's just, the Lacazette has 2 assists. Saka, I found out Saka is only 20.
Yes,
He's only 20.
Saka is enjoying the game.
Yeah.
His game. He's like enjoying the game of his life.
Yeah.
He's like a little kid. You give him a
His
lollipop and
finishes
he's
are
just
so
like,
good.
Peep, 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 peep. Like,
Yeah.
he's so happy. He's so
I think
happy.
he either, if Arsenal stays in top 4, he might stay at Arsenal, or then
No, he will stay in Arsenal.
he will.
He will
Is
stay
it
in
an
Arsenal.
academy player?
Yeah,
He's
an
English,
academy.
right? Yeah, he's English.
He's Nigerian actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the English bought him.
Right.
I'm just kidding. Yes, his Nigerian parents. He was born in England.
Oh, he was born in
He chose to
England.
play for England more than ahead of Nigeria, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, he enjoys what he's doing. That's number one. You know, he's not doing it because of the money. Now,
Yes,
and also
you can
he's,
tell,
he's
yes.
level-headed. You know, if he starts thinking more than who he is right now, he will lose it.
Correct.
I think he's level-headed. I think he has the right people around him. Because last season, we thought it was a fluke. This season, he has continued from where he stopped last season. And that is why Arsenal are also doing well. You know, Arteta has gotten what he wants. Also, Lacazette has been released because I think before he was in the shadows of Aubameyang. So Aubameyang
They were
was
talking
always
about
ahead,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But
They let him go.
Yeah, now they let him go.
Was it last
Lacazette,
year?
Just this window, this
This
January
window. Right.
You know, Lacazette.
I
now the
remember
captain.
Lacazette has been playing for a long time.
He's been there for a while. But
I think
you
when
never
Arsene
hear-
Wenger left, he started playing.
Yeah, but you never hear about him because Aubameyang was ahead of him.
Right.
You know, he was
More
in the
like
shadows.
Lukaku kind of problem.
Not really.
Like when he's on the pitch, it's like game changes and like he's expecting.
No. I mean, they were playing. I think, Lacazette was the sub for Aubameyang. So, but Aubameyang left. Now he's got his chance. There was a time Arsenal were thinking of selling him. But now he's playing really, really well for the team. You know, setting up goals, scoring goals, you know, with this young man here, you know, Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, a very, very big bargain that they, you know, when they signed him from Real Madrid, Smith Rowe, Martinelli. You know, they have young players that are really excited to play football. When you have young players that are excited to play football, I think the only thing these kids think about is football. What they're going to do, how they're going to do it. You know, they plan themselves.
He's very focused.
You know, they are very focused.
Yes.
Yeah. So they are not yet being distracted. You know, unlike Mason Greenwood, you know, who was distracted right now. No one hears about him. Only God knows what's going to happen today on man's career. But I pray that he is able to bounce back after the setback that he is in right now. You know, but Bukayo Saka has continued growing. You know, definitely he will go to the World Cup for England. You know, So
Sure. Arteta played for Arsenal too, right?
yeah, he played for
I
Arsenal.
think so. Not I think I read that Cesc Fabregas said something about Saka. And I found Cesc Fabregas is still playing. He's 33. Why? He went to Barcelona,
He went to Barcelona, came to Chelsea, and
Chelsea.
then went to Monaco, and
Why?
he's been there
When
since
did he
then.
leave Chelsea? Been a while, right?
I can't remember. It's been a while now. I think maybe 4 years ago.
And I take that like he's played a good game in every club. He's scored a ton of good. Like he's a good midfielder.
Fabregas.
Yeah. I mean,
Fabregas
at
is
Arsenal,
an
he
asset
he's,
to anyone. Yeah.
yeah.
When he was at Arsenal, he was very very young.
Yeah, very young. I think he just came in from Barcelona, right?
Yeah, he came in from the Barcelona youth setup.
Yeah.
So, but he played in Arsenal. He was not
But
winning
he's not
anything.
as famous anymore. Like he's 33 still. Like Ronaldo is still making the headlines.
Trust me. Yes, he is not Ronaldo. Sorry.
Yeah, but he played for big clubs.
Yeah, but of course. But
Hmm.
you know what makes the difference also?
I
How
think
many
he should
goals
still
you've
be in
scored.
Arsenal. I don't know.
I think maybe pace. He doesn't have the pace anymore, and I don't know why there was no club in England that signed him after he left Chelsea. You know, but I think also the pressures of playing in England is also very high.
True.
So he goes to Monaco, and
France.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, in the principality there, he's not no stress. You know, the different lifestyle. You know, and maybe
So yeah, it
he
depends
loves
on the
it.
player too. Like
Yeah.
sometimes, like I was like, why is he making comments about another player in Arsenal? He actually, I think he foresee himself as a coach too.
Maybe.
He's the kind of player. He's like, I'm not Ibrahimovic or Ronaldo or Messi.
There is another player that you would be surprised that he's still just right there. Juan Mata. Juan Mata
He played for Chelsea, right?
played for Chelsea,
Yeah.
and then we sold him to Man United. And sometimes you wonder, so Juan Mata is still at Man United. And I think Juan Mata is doing his coaching badges, and I think he will be a very good coach. He's a very very smart player, very intelligent, but being on the bench in a very very bad team like Man United, I don't really know why he's still there. I don't know why. I think he should be gone. Oh, yeah, I think he should go play football elsewhere. And it's not that it's not as if that he's old, you know. It seemed like Fabregas, you know, when Mata is, I think he's just 33.
Same as Phil.
Just 33. What are you still? You
You
still
can
have
squeeze
like
in three more years.
three
Yeah.
more years in your
What if
career.
you're Thiago Silva? You can
You know,
squeeze like until 38.
Exactly. You can squeeze in 5 more years as a midfielder, not running here and there,
Yeah.
but you know, delivering the goods. You know, it's like, why is Juan Mata still in Manchester United?
He doesn't play often,
He
right?
does not play. Not even often is an overstatement. He does not play.
He's just making money.
He does not play. Maybe he just gets an FA Cup match here and there, and that's
Was he good
it.
at Chelsea?
This guy was Chelsea's player of the season,
Really?
and then Chelsea sold him, and one who sold him was Mr. Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho sold Juan Mata. He could have left Juan Mata in Chelsea because he was a very good midfielder. He is a world-class player. Juan Mata, very smart, very intelligent. He won the Champions League with Chelsea.
Oh, did he?
In 2012.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, it sometimes feels like I wouldn't say talent waste. Oh well, it is talent waste because he's.
I mean, I
sitting on the
don't
bench.
like him sitting on. He could go to another club and be a first-team player in any
yeah.
club that he goes to.
33, you're still at your peak.
But I don't know what he's doing in Manchester United. You know, I don't know what. You know, Fabregas is not even a regular player anymore in Monaco. And sometimes I try to tune into the French league, and he's just right there on the bench, just like there on the bench. You know, These guys could be anyway.
Hmm.
Who am I to talk about
Who
them?
who did the bicycle kick today? Was it Sancho?
No.
No, it was one player. I think it was
Who was in the man? He was in the Watford game.
Watford game. Yeah,
Yeah, Hernandez.
Watford's player. Yeah.
Cuco Hernandez.
Yeah, the commentator was saying it could be the
The
contender
goal of
for
the season.
goal of the season.
Yeah, it was
Anyways,
good. It was a good hit.
yeah.
Another player that did a bicycle was Cancelo.
Oh, that player who did the bicycle, yeah, he tried today. We
Yeah.
won't talk about that. But the Watford's player was Man City's. No, Watford played against who?
Watford played against Arsenal today.
Arsenal. The oh no, Sancho's was a Man City.
Yeah, Sancho is a Man City product. He's an academy
Academy.
product.
Yes.
That was why when he scored, it was like,
Yeah, I was like,
oh,
what should I do?
You shouldn't have sold me, you know. But the thing is that Guardiola was the one who sold him. Guardiola was not interested in maybe having him. I don't know, you know, but yeah, but I think like I scored, but we were pounded.
But this game, City United, it's more about how poor United performed, even though they had 1-1. I think the only player you can talk about is their captain.
I saw Sir Alex Ferguson, you know, watching that game.
Yeah.
He must be very, very disappointed. He was like, what kind of wasters came to Manchester United? Who is this Harry Maguire? Who is this Aaron Wan-Bissaka? You know, who is this Alex Diaz? Alex Diaz went to sleep.
Bruno Fernandes, he is horrible.
All of them were awful today.
He passed in today's game, and it was like outside the line. I was like, what? What? You're Man City, Man United player. You're playing a derby game. They
decided to play with a false nine and have no clue of what they were doing because they did not play with any recognized center forward. And that was why they played him as their forward. Honestly, today, this was the most abysmal Manchester derby that I've watched in years. Even when Solskjaer was there, I think they put up a better performance than what they did today. I think they put a better performance than what they did today. The defender, if not for David De Gea, again, sometimes people want to, they should just take the armband from that Harry Maguire and give it to David De Gea, who I think should be the captain of Manchester United. David De Gea should be the captain of Manchester United. Harry Maguire is just like a figurehead, has no leadership skill on the pitch, does not know what he's doing on the ball and off the ball, cannot lead the back four. There is no leader in that team. The midfield was horrible. No one leads, no one to follow who. They were awful today. They were, I don't know how to classify Manchester United's performance today. I don't know how to classify it. I don't know if it's just a bunch of individuals trying to get glory. They don't know what they don't know what playing for Manchester United means. Paul Pogba has been there for a while, but I don't think he knows what it means to play.
He doesn't
for Manchester
know the positioning
United.
too.
The only player that I know that knows what it means to play for Manchester United is the goalkeeper, David De Gea. The rest should be sold. Honestly.
Yeah, and on top of that, they brought in Ronaldo. Nothing against him. It's just like he was a misfit.
I don't think Ronaldo is a misfit. Ronaldo knows what it means to play for Manchester United. This is my humble opinion, but for me, he
wasn't even in the team today.
He's not in the team.
Was he injured?
The saying was that he was injured, but also there's another saying that I was out there, another rumor, that he was dropped and he decided not to travel with the team. That he was dropped out of the starting 11 and he decided not to go with the team. But what I think about Ronaldo is this, okay? This is my analysis because I I used to say that, oh, why did I have to bring Ronaldo? Or everyone has to play for Ronaldo. But I think also Ronaldo has a very high standard. And all of those people in that lineup, minus the goalkeeper and maybe Bruno Fernandes sometimes, all of them are lazy. None of them are working hard. None of them really know what it means to play for Manchester United. Ronaldo has played with the previous generation of Manchester United players and knows what it takes. He played with Roy Keane there. He played with Wayne Rooney. He played with Anderson. He played with Vidic. Played with what's this other defender, Rio Ferdinand. He played with Gary Neville. He played with Edwin van der Sar. He played with Paul Scholes. He played with Ryan Giggs. These were world class players that played for Manchester United.
You can make top 11 out of it. Yeah.
That when they come out on the field, they're either bleeding, they have head bandaged, they break their bones, they everything. They run themselves to the ground playing for Manchester United. All these players you see in this starting lineup of Manchester United: Lindelof, Maguire, Alex Telles, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Paul Pogba, Fred, Jadon Sancho, Anthony Elanga, maybe Scott McTominay, maybe is another guy that tries to defend the badge. The rest of them are rubbish. The rest of them have no clue of what it means to play for Manchester United. I think before they play any derby or any match for Manchester United, they should watch the class of '99. They should watch the class that won the 2008 Champions League. They should watch their clips and watch the video, watch the match highlight, or watch the full match before they play for
it's like
Manchester
they're bringing
United.
Shame to the club.
They're bringing shame to the club. These guys.
I personally think Fernandes should leave right now. Like, they should let him go. He's just wasting everything. I think he had a chance. He couldn't finish.
Yeah, not. The thing is this: he was not in a position to create today. Okay. I used to think sometimes I believe Bruno Fernandes is a very, very good player. I think he's a world-class player, but also when you have your back four is the most lazy back four that I can, or disjointed, have no clue of what they are doing. And the midfield, there is no work ethic. I was watching the way Manchester City were breaking through. They would just break through into the midfield and no one is chasing, no one is running, no one was doing any negative running, which means chasing without the ball or pressing hard to win the ball. I don't know what their tactical approach to the game is. Are they pressing up front or are they pressing in the middle? Are they pressing, what zones of the pitch are they pressing? They had no idea what they are doing. One player is chasing and the rest are watching. Then there was a time, was it Elanga that had the ball, or no, Rashford came in and it was the one that had the ball in the box, in the Man City box, surrounded by 4 Man City players, and it was the only one in the box or one with an extra player with him in the box. Like, the team is disjointed. Is it that the coach has no idea of what he's doing?
There was one instance, Foden, he's 22. He's 5'7", and he was giving hard time to Maguire.
Because Maguire has no idea of what he's doing.
Yeah.
And that's why England will never win anything at the World Cups, at the world stage too, because they don't have good defenders.
They don't produce good defenders.
They don't have good centre backs. Maguire and what's his name, Tyrone Mings from Aston Villa. Those are the two combinations, and for me, those are the two worst centre backs in the Premier League for me. Maguire and Tyrone Mings. Woo, forget
Maguire was better few years ago, but it's just gotten worse over the years.
How can a centre back get worse? Yeah. Centre backs mature with age. Centre backs improve with age.
They should be able to read the game like the
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with centre backs. I remember John Terry. When John Terry was in Chelsea, every year he was getting better and better and better and better and better and better.
Cannavaro,
all those centre
backs,
they get better and better. They and goalkeepers get better and better with age. Look at Thiago Silva. Better and better with age. Better and better with age. Look at Manchester City defenders. Look at the centre back, John Stones, Aymeric Laporte. They are getting John Stones was not really good. But as time goes on, he's getting better in age and in maturity and reading of the game and this technique and
Yeah.
the tactical discipline there, everything. Gee, look at Manchester United. I mean,
I'm still amazed how they're still at number 5. They should be like 10, 12.
it just shows you how poor the other teams are. That's why they
Yeah.
are still in number 5. That's why they're still in the 5th position. But now they've dropped.
5th.
Except if Arsenal
Lose or
goes
something.
to sleep, because Arsenal have 2 huge games. They'll be playing Liverpool, and they'll still have to play Chelsea.
The City has so many top class players. They didn't bring in for Sterling, didn't bring in Gabriel Jesus. They still had for Fernandinho,
Yeah.
and
Ekal Gundogan came in. And
he did an
replaced,
assist.
and replaced
Captain De Bruyne.
Yeah, De Bruyne. And
I was gonna say Manchester United did not learn anything from Tottenham. They should have watched the game. That's how you play against City, and that's how you give them tough time.
no, this is a derby. You know, this is a local derby, and it always comes with a different twist.
Yeah.
Before, remember I can't remember what season that was. Or the season that Rooney scored a bicycle kick, which has been voted the best goal.
It was a derby,
Premier
right?
League. It was a derby.
Right.
It was a derby goal, and in the Manchester derby, it's a different game. It doesn't matter who is performing well in the league or who is not performing well. It's a different game. Why? Because the passion and pride of the 2 clubs are at stake. Most of the times, before Pep Guardiola came, it has always been Manchester United. The passion and the pride that the city is red, that yes, we are the best club in town. You know, Manchester United players, you know, they carry that all along, and they play their best. Even if they have been playing poorly before, they play their best. I remember when even Ole Solskjaer beat Pep Guardiola, you know, they were not really playing well. But once it came to the Manchester derby, it's a different ball game. You know, they give their best, they work hard, they put in every effort to make sure that they don't lose to Manchester City. But today, there was a
That
time
they were
in the
talking
second
about
half, the possession
show
was
too, yeah.
82%. 82 to 12.
After they scored the second or third goal, I think they just kept the possession. They were letting them run, chase them like kids.
The last 5 minutes.
Yeah,
The last 5 minutes.
they let them chase like kids.
Man City just had possession, passed the ball, 2-3 touches, 2-3 touches, 2-3 touches. They know when to dribble into the next zone. Look at the number of passes. Look at the possession.
Oh my God.
Look at the shots on target. Number of shots in total was 24 shots. 10 shots on target. 928 touches of the ball. 753 passes. 9 corners. That's like, what are we playing?
Wow.
What are we playing? You know, it's very, very sad to see Manchester United in this, you know, state, because they are not known to be in this. And it's not that they've signed players and they've made mistakes in signing players. They've signed the wrong players. Harry Maguire should not have signed for Man United. He does not deserve to wear that captain's armband. He does not deserve to wear the Manchester red. Talk more of wearing the armband. You know, I don't know which player I can tell you now that deserves to be a Manchester United player. I think it's only David De Gea that deserves to be a Manchester United player. I think he's the only one. because he has always been saving them and keeping them in games.
He has.
If it's not for him today, they would have been, smashed like 5, 6, 7 goals. You know, but I don't know any other player in the lineup right now that deserves to be a Manchester United player. I don't know. I do not know. You know, looking at the lineup, looking at the bench, I don't know who should be a Man United player. I don't know. Marcus Rashford used to be on fire, but he whether there are off-field issues that made him like, lose form and lose concentration. Because sometimes we don't know what these players go through, behind the scene, and but I don't know. There's no energy in the team, nothing. Jesse Lingard can't even start a game. Antonio Langa is playing ahead of him. He used to be Fred and McTominay in the midfield, holding midfield, and why I don't know why Bruno Fernandes was playing as the false nine today. I would have preferred Rashford to play there, or Lingard, and then drop Bruno Fernandes to the midfield. Pogba has nothing to offer Man United anymore. I think so. He should be sold. He should be gone. Honestly speaking, he's 28. He should be in the top of his game right now. I know that he's had injuries, but I don't see him offering anything else to Manchester United. I don't see him.
Once in a while.
I don't see him. Yeah, once in a while. But when you're playing for Manchester United, you should be consistent.
Yeah.
It's consistency.
It's over for United for fourth position. It might, I don't know. Arsenal still have a ton of games, and their next game, United is playing Spurs.
Good luck to them on that.
Yeah.
Manchester City are just look at Manchester City from the goalkeeper. Everyone that is on the field gives 110%. Yes, and that's one thing I like about Man City. It's not because they have Pep Guardiola. It's one thing to have Pep Guardiola, but also it's second to have players that are willing to work. Imagine what for Pep, if you're not willing to work, you cannot play for him. If you're not willing to run, you cannot play for Pep. Everyone in Man City runs. Everyone runs. There is no player that has a preferential treatment that, you stay up there and then we feed you the ball to score. No. Every player runs. Everyone tackles. Everyone pushes. Everyone in Manchester City works really hard. They play a three-man midfield. Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Rodri, all of these three midfielders work really hard. Foden, Mahrez, Jack Grealish, all work really hard. None of them is passive. None of them is ball watching. Every one of them are running, whether it is to win the ball. Look at the way they win the ball from Manchester United. 2-3-4, overload. They just win the ball from you. They counter press on you. They lose the ball, they come on you. They know the part of the field where they cannot allow you to go beyond. So you're just like stuck in the middle. You're just in the middle, and you have 3-4 Manchester City players around you. Once they get the ball, boom, 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 2-3 touches. Before you know it, they're touching you in your 18-yard box. They're creating pressures on you. They know where the weak side is, the weak player on the field, on the opposition side, and that's where they create an overload. And that is what they did to Manchester United. They know that, okay, I think Wan-Bissaka is the weak player in the defense, so they just overloaded the right side, crossed the ball to the left side, and then they overloaded their own left side, which is Man United's right, and then switched the ball to the left of Man United, and they scored. Look at the goals they scored. Look at Mahrez's goals.
Yeah.
Look at De Bruyne's goals. Where did they all come from? From the left side.
True. Yeah.
That's from where they created it.
And that should be recognized early on in the game.
Yeah, you have to be smart. You have to see where's my opponent weaker. Let me exploit it. That's what they did.
They tried to do that against Tottenham, and they did a good job at stopping them.
Well, credit to Manchester City for beating Manchester United 4-1.
Yeah.
And blue is the color again in Manchester City, in the Manchester City,
Hmm.
in the city of Manchester. You know, blue is the color. And yeah, yeah. To wrap this up, what's got next? Spurs and Everton.
Tomorrow,
Yeah, 16 hours from now. And
I don't know.
who do you think is gonna win?
Spurs. I think it will be a tie. I have no idea.
I don't think it will be a tie. I think Spurs is going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Everton are not in their best form.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, since Lampard took over, nothing has really changed. So, and if we look at the stats of the two teams, their scoring abilities, you cannot undermine Kane and Son.
Mm-hmm.
The two of them, the combination, the two of them, to score goals, 36 goals between two of them, you know, they've combined to score 36 times. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me, people. Oh my goodness. But what am I saying here? Oh, maybe it's because it's a boring game, or maybe it's because it's sports. That's why I'm yawning.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't know. I
Uh,
Spurs is never predictable.
yeah, sports are never predictable, but also I've watched Everton since Lampard took over, and they've struggled as well with getting goals, and
Mm.
their defense is not that really strong. And when you have, Harry Kane and Son and maybe Bergwijn or maybe who else could be there, you know, and also knowing the type of coach that Tottenham has now,
I was
you
gonna
know,
ask, do you think Conte is gonna stay for the next season?
no, well, he's going to make his demands after the season ends, to see which players come in.
Hmm.
That's the only thing that will make him stay.
Hmm.
If they really, really sign the players that he wants, then they will.
Which means spending
Then
money,
he will stay, because
right?
that's what led him to leave Chelsea when he left.
Didn't let him
We didn't get the players that he
buy.
wanted in the team,
Hmm.
and he had to leave. But for Tottenham, I don't know if they're just developing and selling players and just keeping a little number of players to show for it, but we'll see. Um, yeah, Everton, I don't really trust Everton to get anything out of this game, but as you know, it's Premier League, so anything can happen. But I would predict that Tottenham will win tomorrow's game. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, because also they are playing at home, and first of all, they will be booing Lampard as an ex-Chelsea player.
Really?
They will be booing him. There's no way two ways about it. They will boo any Arsenal player that is playing that are transferred to Everton playing. Alexi Iwobi is an ex-Arsenal player playing for
Hmm.
Everton, so they are going to boo him. They are going to boo their manager. Who
Hmm.
else will they boo? I don't know, but that's what happened because you're playing for because of their past with city rivals, But I think Spurs have a better team than Everton. There's no two ways about it. They have a very, very better team, a stronger one. So
Mm-hmm.
that's. Oh, Dele Alli will be playing against his former club.
That is interesting.
I'm
Yes.
sure he would like to play this game. I'm
Hmm.
very sure he would like to play this game, but it's up to.
Imagine he scores. That's gonna be embarrassing.
It's will embarrassing. To embarrassing for Tottenham
Spurs.
to be scored on by Dele Alli. But anyway, we
Mm-hmm.
never know. So it will be a very good game of football. So, and that's the last game of this week. So then they resume again on Thursday, you know. So,
Yeah.
but then we'll leave that for the next episode, man.
Yeah. I think that's the wrap. Thanks for listening to our podcast or watching if you were on YouTube. Subscribe any platform. Hit the like button and the bell icon so that you can notified when the next episode is gonna come out.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Wiz, anything you wanna add?
Yeah, just guys, you know, we say we'll be launching some services here. Global Premier Football offers some training services as well. If you find yourself in the Kitchener-Waterloo region of Ontario, Canada,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we'll be running an Easter camp, Easter Monday clinic. We run private training sessions and semi-private training sessions, team training sessions. We have a showcase team, you know, that we would love to take to international tournaments, you know, here and there when the time comes. And we have other clinics, you know, that we run here in the Kitchener-Waterloo region. So if you ever find yourself here or you know anyone here or you have a brother, a friend, a child who is interested in, you know, in these services, you know, no matter what the age is, actually not just for all ages, just between 8 and 16,
Mm-hmm.
17-year olds, you know, uh, we'll be more than glad to provide you those services. So visit globalpremierfootball.com to learn more of our services. And yeah, we're here to serve, not just to give you content to listen to,
Mm-hmm.
but also help you develop to become a better player
Yeah.
and a person as well. Because football is not about you being a better player, but also you being a better person with all the discipline and with everything that comes with it. So check us out on globalpremierfootball.com, and we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to um, give you our best of services. So thank you very much again. I hope you have a very nice week ahead of you. Enjoy the Champions League games. Very soon we will have some shows for Champions League. You know, it's
Yeah, we're
getting
planning
serious
for it.
now. The
Yeah.
second leg of the round of 16 is on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and before you know it, the quarterfinals,
Yeah.
and then the semi-finals, and then the tension start building. Who is going to be the Champions League,
Mm-hmm.
you know, winner this season? I hope that my boys here can do what can try to replicate what Real Madrid did. You know, your Madrid boys. They have a tough one to go against PSG, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, guys,
talk
thank
about
you
it.
very much,
Mhm.
and
Well,
enjoy the rest of your
Yeah.
week.
And we'll see you next episode. Bye.